the two of you, talk us through how you first met. Was it on an airplane? Is this right?
Yes. We flew cross country together, but not together. Like, we had never met, and I just creepily stared at her from my seat. Nice. And then after we got off the flight, I went up and I introduced myself, and I said, "There's a movie that I'd really love for you to play my mom, and just remember that if somebody." You know, and she was like, okay, but just probably thought I was insane.
You couldn't even have her removed because you're 36,000 feet up in the air. That's really awkward.
That's right. She was in my clutches.
I know.
Yeah, but then we officially met in London at the Glamour Awards.
Yeah, that was when I first met Amy. She came up to me at my chair and introduced herself to me again.
Again.
Did you know who Amy was?
Yes, I did.
She knew I was a model, but
she didn't know. A spokesperson for all women is what she was. Yeah. And I saw her film and whatever, and she's just amazing. And anyway, I was excited about it. She said, "I have this movie. I really would love, to do it because I wrote writing it with you in mind, and it was so dear." And of course, I went right to my people. I said, "Let's find out about this movie," And we did, and we stuck to it. And
good.
Now we're basically going to win Oscars.
That's amazing.
Now we're like, bonded for life.
It's sort of like a mom-com road trip, I suppose, would be a good sum up.
Yeah, you should write movie posters. Are you sure? How much do we owe you? Just invoice me.
Nothing.
And it was a great cast as well. Joan Cusack.
Yeah, right. Wanda Sykes.
Wanda Sykes, amazing.
Really,
yeah.
really
We had
and
a
Tom
good time.
Bateman was quite nice as well.
How about
wasn't he?
Tom Bateman? Thank you for him, you guys. Yes.
Did you ever say in the casting?
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah. And I did everything to keep Tom out of this film, but he made his way in anyway. Yeah, no, he was great.
How did you see, obviously we call it a mom-com, and the arc of the story, I suppose, is you sort of finally growing up. Because by the time you've been through your journey, you realise you've been quite a selfish daughter.
Yeah, with no self-reflection. Kind of to a refreshing degree, I think. Like, she doesn't even consider anything's wrong with her. Yeah.
Is that something that you felt was really important as a sort of mother-daughter film, that there was a bit of growth in there, as well as laughs and belly laughs and everything else?
It's really important because the movie was a ton of fun, really funny, and you want people to walk away with it. If you're going to do a mother-daughter, you're going to want to have what that's about, and it's a very complex relationship, So I think this movie kind of addressed a lot of that, along with having fun and whatever. So it does have some emotional moments, which are really earned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was definitely important to both of us, that we really, because and you saw it with your son, right?
Yeah.
And you guys were still able to connect it. That's great.
He absolutely loved it as well.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
It was
I know, I love it. Because I do think men are going to love this movie.
Yeah, I think
I do.
It appeals to all
it does,
ages
yeah. I mean, it's not really just a girl movie.
Was it left open-ended enough that there could be a sequel? We've discussed it.
Yeah.
We definitely
you
think
guys,
there could
okay,
be.
so you already greenlit the sequel.
We're all for it.
Just give us our call times.
Where could you go? Where would you go if it was a sequel?
It would be
You would
somewhere-
pick, yeah.
No, it would have to be somewhere exotic.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, and there's so many places and so many things to get in trouble with.
You filmed it in Hawaii, and that was supposed to be Ecuador. That must have been really tough for you.
It was.
Thank
It
you.
was the hardest
We've been through a
location
lot.
I've ever had in my entire
But it's
career.
about the work, honestly.
It was so
At the
great,
end of the
though.
day, it was like The Revenant.
Yeah, it was like The Revenant.
We shot for 2 hours.
Get a 3-hour lunch and wine.
Yeah.
It was like, but
was
it was
pretty
pretty
sweet.
pretty great. Yeah.
And you spend most of the film barely dressed.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. Except that I wear that cloak.
Thing.
That cloak thing, which was like wool, and I was like, couldn't we have thought this through? It's 100 degrees out here. But yeah, pretty naked.
Well, on Lucimin, Linda, this is something we feel really strongly about, isn't it? It's about positive body image and what have you. And we love the fact that you're running around in flip-flops, your boobidoo falls out. And
I've never heard it called that.
It just peeks out on its own.
Hello. Yeah.
You know,
Well,
got a little mind of its own.
It
now.
does, and you know, while it's still up there, I thought let's get it on film because it's. I mean, I'm losing the war against gravity already. So.
Do you know, if you haven't seen it, it's really impressive.
It is very
Thank you.
impressive.
You're-
That was just the right one. I'm sure
the other
left
one is a mess.
Really?
Oh, the other one, it's deflated. Just yeah. This is the star. Yeah.
Are you nervous at all
About the nudity?
about the nudity and obviously wearing a little slip all the way through?
No, something's wrong with me.
It's not comfortable, isn't it?
No, I felt good, and when I see the movie, I'm like, I feel like I look great, you know.
You do look great.
Right?
Amazing.
And then people are like, they're like, thank you for what? And I'm like, I feel good, but they talk to me like I have to be buttered to go through a door. I'm like, what? I feel strong.
And I loved you in a bikini as well.
Thank
You were
you.
awesome.
Amazing. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, both
Thank
of
you
you
so
did.
much.
I
I got a
like walking
bikini wax.
behind her.
Everything.
She had the most beautiful rear end.
She's into my
and I
tush.
was like, I love your tushy.
Thank you.
Well, do you know, by the time this film comes out, everyone will be into your tush. It
Oh,
could be
I hope
awkward.
so.